In this video, traders, I want to talk about traps for new traders. If you're a new trader, don't fall into one of these traps. Stick around. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Thanks so much for joining me. All right, so traps for new traders, starting with what I believe is the biggest one that I see so many new traders do. What happens is I see a lot of new traders coming in and they kind of exhibit all these things. I'm like, whoa, listen, you are got to be careful. You are heading down the path that every other trader heads down. If you want to set yourself apart, you need to think differently, you need to think clearly, you need to change this habit one thing at a time. Watch this, watch that. And that's just me, not me, just me saying that. There's other guys in there who take decade plus experience saying, hey, just watch out how you frame that in your mind, watch out what you do about this. So I get to see a lot of different types of traders coming in, experienced traders coming in, how they react. And so it's not just my experience from my time in the market, but I get to see others, profitable traders, struggling new traders, people who've been trading for a few years who get it, people who've been trading for a few years who don't, that kind of big selection. And so it's good. So I can kind of look at it and go, that's interesting. And one of the things, without almost every single time, a new trader is the focus on P&L. They're so focused on P&L, 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 how much I've made today, how much I've made yesterday, how much I've made this week. It doesn't matter, and nobody cares. You shouldn't care. You need to think in terms of risk units. How much are you risking to make that? It's no good saying, hey, I made this, but if you risk 10 times as much, it's pointless. Yeah, yes, I made 100 grand, but I risked 10 million. Well, no one's impressed by that. And you shouldn't be impressed by that. I know it's not a game and no one really comes in starts to try and impress people, but you shouldn't have that as a yay benchmark. You should have it as a, okay, how much did I make in terms of my R unit? And my R unit is very personal to me depending on where you are in the journey. It could be 10 bucks. It could be 10,000 bucks. It doesn't matter. If you're saying, hey, today I had a 3-hour day, then that's a good day. That's a good day, right? Okay, I risked 1 and I made 3, tomorrow 2-hour, 1.5 hour, 5 hour. I'm up 10 hours on the week. Congratulations, that's a great risk-reward ratio statistic. That's the number you should be looking at, not the P&L. And it's normal, right? We've all done it. We've all been to the situation where we come in and go, oh, I want to make a couple $100, I want to do this and do that. And we're always thinking P&L, P&L, P&L. And it just blinds you. It's just trying to trade with your blindfold on. It just completely numbs your senses. It completely eliminates a massive help. It's just bad. It just does not work. So just try and get rid of P&L. Say, hey, I'm going to stick to the process. I'm not going to look at P&L. I don't even expect to make any money. I expect to just try to become a good trader and worry about the P&L later. That will serve you so much better. So get rid of that focus on P&L. Stop looking at the P&L. Don't look at the P&L. Don't. Honestly, it'll help you loads. Number 2, grass is greener. So we've all been here, guys. We're all like, I'm trading this, and then someone's like, what are you trading over there? Gold? Oh, seems to be doing it right. Ding, 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 ding. Gold trader. It's not really working as well as I thought it might. Oh, that guy's trading crude oil over there. He seems to be doing it right. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, that scalper's doing it. You get the point, right? We get this, grass is always greener. And the thing is, you may be comparing to someone who has just decades of experience in this. You know, HIP, great example. Guys, check out the podcast I did with HIP, Decade of Tape Reading. Focuses exclusively on YM and crude oil, those two things. And so some people go, oh, maybe I should be trading Dow instead of NASDAQ. And it's like, no, you can trade maybe you should, but just because that guy's doing well in it doesn't mean that it's easier market. It's just that he's perfected his craft in that area and that's what he knows best. And so be careful of that grass is always greener stuff. You know, stay focused on, by all means, shift if it's not working for you. If you're trying to trade short term and it's not working for you from an operations perspective, the time you've got perspective, whatever it may be, by all means, shift to a higher time frame. By all means, take kind of Peter's way he approaches stuff and says, hey, I look at zooming out, I'm coming in, I'm trading these bigger moves in the major currency pairs. By all means, do that, but not just because you feel like that's an easier way to do it, because it's probably not. But it's just that seduction of, oh, easier money. So watch out for that grass is always greedy thing. Stay the course. Or if you do move, have it for the right reason. Account size envy. If you're not going, oh, that guy's got this amount of money. Oh, that guy's this. You know, you don't know what the situation is. You don't know how long they've been trading. You don't know how much they've brought to the table for trading. They might have been a brand new trader. They might have brought that money in. Maybe they've started off with 2 million and it says a million. Like, well, they started with 2 a year ago and he's lost 1 million. That's not so impressive now, is it? Or maybe the guy's worked his way up. He started with 2 grand. He made it to 5, made it to 15, 50, 100, 250, 1.5, 1.8. Maybe that's more interesting. Okay, so just be careful about the account envy. Again, focus in terms of our units, focus on your trading, staying to what you know, your focus. Think about where you want to head. By all means, have that ambition, have that goal, have that, but don't get sucked into veering off course before it's time to make the switch. So account size envy, get rid of that one. I wanted to fast track the process. Big one, the journey is the growth, the challenges, the setbacks, the knocks down, the depression, hopefully you don't get to the depressive state, but the frustration, the disappointment, this stuff and how you react to that and how you recover from drawdown mentally, capital, is the stuff that makes you into the trader. And so you have to go through the story and the journey to get to that point. You can't just get to the point and go, hey, here's $1 million, you're a trader now, because and all this, and I'll give you all this out, all the tools and stuff, you won't make any sense to you because you haven't gone through that process when you were at $1,000 and $10,000 and $2,000, $20,000, and you pulled back to 10,000 again, and you've stacked there for a few months, and you've done this, you've done that, you've taken a bit of a wipeout, and you've come back, you've had some good wins, and all this process, and you've learned about yourself and the markets, and your setups, your strategies, operational side of things, mindset side of things, psychology, all this stuff, and I bet his auto caption's going crazy right now. I know they sometimes do. That's the journey. That's what crafts you and forges you into the trader. And so you can't skip that. You can't skip that. It's like the guys who go out and go, oh yeah, I'm going to go into the knife and get the fake pecs and biceps and quads, and they have these things stuffed into them. It's like, you look stupid, number one, and number two, you're not fooling anybody, and number three, you do not possess the qualities that are the journey. It's like these people who have built their muscles up from the ground up with eating right, the discipline, the training, the pain, maybe occasional injury. That's the journey, and the byproduct is the fact that they've got, you know, a six-pack and a decent body, and they're muscular, whatever, if that's an aspirational thing to you. Just buying that, it's not the same. You don't see this, it's not the same. It's the same with trading. It's like, hey, you have to go through this process, have to go through the whole journey that all traders have to go through to get to the other side. Some are slightly quicker than others, some are slightly slower than others, but the journey is what forges the trader, and having that resilience and confidence at the end of it to look back over the journey you've come and go, whoa, I've overcome a lot of challenges, is what gives you that ability to be the trader that you are now. You can't get someone to just plonk them there and go, there you go, because it just won't work for them. It won't work. So wanting to fast track the process, it will happen when it happens. Just keep going, working hard at it, working hard, working hard, working hard. You'll make big changes and then you'll stagnate. Maybe you fall back a bit. Big changes, maybe with slower growth than you anticipate. But just think about the process. I'm just learning, I'm improving every single day, and it takes as long as it takes. Take care, guys. Tips for traps. These aren't tips, these are traps for new traders. Take care, see you next one, bye-bye.